We do have some breaking news to tell you about right now in York County. There's been an incident.
I was given a gift on February the 2nd, 2001.
The North Hopewell-Winterstown Elementary School in the Red Line School District.
The gift was to remain on this earth. I wasn't taken that day. I could have been easily taken that day. I know that.
For Narina Bensel, talking about what happened 23 years ago is part of her healing.
I actually saw all this happen.
As principal at the rural elementary school, Bensel noticed a stranger slipping inside with a parent, bypassing school security.
A strong message, and this happened more than once, but a strong message came over my mind, and it says stop, and it just said stop and turn around.
Narina says that voice, which she believes was divine intervention,
He didn't stop.
guided her throughout the attack.
So I turned around and walked toward him, and that's when everything broke loose. In that moment, it was tunnel vision. It was just he and I had to stop him.
The man, later identified as William Michael Stankiewicz, pulled out a weapon, at one point swinging the 2-foot machete he was carrying across her chest, slicing through her name tag, narrowly missing her body. Stankiewicz ended up attacking 6 students and severely injuring 3 teachers before he was subdued.
When the first responder, Officer Baylitz, came,
the principal of the school and one of the teachers were absolutely heroic.
Then that was kind of my first moment of relief.
Narina was rushed to the hospital.
The cut went right across in this region.
Her 2 fingers were detached, her other hand sliced. Surgeons told her she lost 50% of her blood.
Thank you.
The community response was overwhelming.
So many people that I don't even know search me out. And one of the first things they say is that I was praying for you, and my comment is always, and I felt it.
Bensel received hundreds of cards and well wishes, and despite her initial hesitation, she returned to her beloved school 2 months later.
Somebody comes into your school with a weapon like that, you don't even think.
Still, she struggled to forgive. Years later, it was the Amish school shooting in Lancaster that moved her.
And then I sat there and I watched that and I went, oh, wow, if they can do that, there's no reason I can't forgive him.
So in 2009, she wrote him a letter offering forgiveness and asking him some questions.
Because I wanted some answers from him. I wanted to know things.
Hell no.
Stankiewicz refused to read the letter. He passed away in 2023. Narina sees it as another chapter in her healing journey, a journey she was inspired to share by writing a book.
This book, for me, is going to be a new chapter. What happens with it, I have no idea. I just know it needs to be.
It's titled Glorious Sadness.
If there is any glory in tragedy, it's the people that come to rescue you.
Narina says the book is about the trauma and the loss, the lessons and the blessings.
So many things happened that day that are unexplainable in terms of human understanding. I could have been easily taken that day. I know that. I don't take that for granted. But I try to live every day as if it is a gift, because we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring.
Ann Shannon, WGAL News 8.